Home Alone 2, Lost in New York, is one of those sequels that I think is better than the original movie. Yeah, I said it. I mean, I'm leaning towards saying this movie is at least equally as good as the original one, but I'm gonna say it's better than the original one. And I know that will divide some people, but for me, the setting, the tone, and the bigger world make this movie feel more memorable. We get New York, and New York just brings a different kind of energy to the screen. And sequels usually try to take what worked in the first movie and try to make it bigger and better. A new setting, new stakes, more spectacle. Home Alone 2 does exactly all of those things. It's familiar, almost to a fault, but it's also larger in scope. It's more ambitious. And instead of Kevin being forgotten at home, he's put in the wrong plane. And he ends up alone in New York, while his family flies to Florida. And in a pretty wild coincidence, he runs into Harry and Marv again, the wet bandits from the first movie. And from there, the chaos begins. I mean, yeah, sure. It's basically, no, it's not even basically. It is the same story as the original one, same blueprint. We get the lost kid, we have the criminals, we have traps, emotional side characters, it's all there. But the scale is different. And that alone just gives this sequel its own identity. And that alone, I think, makes that this movie outshines the original one. The setting is a huge win for Home Alone 2. New York at Christmas looks incredible. We get Central Park, snowy streets, decorated storefronts. We get the hotel lobby of the Plaza Hotel. We get this beautiful toy store, Rockefeller Center. I mean, it's all there. It all feels cinematic, it feels festive. Just visually, it's a stronger Christmas movie. There is more holiday charm in every frame. I mean, the original one definitely feels like a Christmas movie for sure, but it's more grounded, it's smaller in scale, it's more cozy and homey. I think that's why most people love it more than the original one. I get that. But this one, it feels more Christmassy, I think. And that's what I want from a Christmas movie. And Macaulay Culkin as Kevin still has the same confidence and comedic timing as he did in the first movie, and he can still hold the screen without any effort. He feels older, he seems smarter, he feels more dangerous, more capable. I mean, you believe he can actually survive on his own in New York. He makes it feel somewhat believable. The comedy also lands really well, I think. The trap sequence with the wet bandits, Harry and Marv, it's over the top once again, but it's hilarious. The best scene is the brick scene where Kevin is throwing bricks from the rooftop and Marv is catching them with his forehead. It's absolutely hysterical. I still piss my pants watching this scene over and over again. I did it as a kid, but still as a grown up, I think it's one of the best slapstick things in the world. But that's not all. We get wrenches, we get once again paint cans, tool chest. The whole thing is absurd and it's still entertaining. It's more violent than the first one, but it's also more creative. If slapstick is what you come for, this sequel delivers it bigger and harder. Then we have also some pretty interesting side characters who add warmth and depth to the movie. We have Mr. Duncan, who is a gentle and kind person. We have the pigeon lady that brings some emotional balance, and those moments give Kevin some actual growth. The film isn't just non-stop gags, it has heart. It's not as heavy hitting as the original one, because I think the original one with the what's his name? Old Man Marley. I think that was more heartfelt than the Pigeon Lady, but still, it's enough to bring some really good balance to the movie. And let's not forget we have Tim Curry in the movie. He doesn't need many scenes to be memorable. It is Tim Curry after all. I mean, his suspicious grin, his delivery, his reactions, ah, he brings personality without overshadowing the movie. Best part of this movie is when Kevin is in his room and we get this cartoon on the television from the Grinch, the original cartoon, and the Grinch is starting to grin, really this creepy smile, and then the scene just fades to Tim Curry grinning and smiling. It's so wonderfully done. I absolutely love that moment, and you can actually feel Tim Curry being dangerous. I think it also reminds me a little bit of Tim Curry playing Pennywise in the horror movie It. But yeah, Tim Curry. What more can we say? It's Tim Curry, man. But this movie, it's not all perfect, of course. Even though I enjoy the movie a lot, it's not impossible to see how closely it mirrors the original one. We have the same family mistake. Sure, it's a little bit different. Still believable how they pulled it off, but it's the same thing. We have the same wet bandits, the same conflict. They haven't grown an inch. They're not smarter. They're still as stupid as the first one. I mean, yeah, it feels a little bit the same. I get that. There's a same learning a lesson arc for Kevin. There's the same arc for the family as well at the end, in terms of forgiving and so on. But the only thing that really changes in this movie is the backdrop. And for some viewers, that repetition feels comforting, and for others, it might feel lazy. I can see both sides. For me, it's comforting. I like it. I don't think it's lazy. I think it's awesome. The logic in this movie, it falls apart if you look too closely, just like the first one. I mean, a child checks into a luxury hotel alone, runs around in New York unsupervised, buys fireworks, and no one questions it. Kevin being forgotten once was believable twice, pushes it into comedy logic territory. But me being nitpicking and being nitpicky. I don't mind. I'm not watching this movie for logic. I'm watching this movie to have some fun. And like I said, while the emotional beats work, they're not as strong as the Old Man Marley storyline. The Pigeon Lady scene, it is somewhat touching, but it's not on the same level of emotional payoff. And the ending with the giant pile of gifts feels maybe a little bit excessive, but I like it. I like to see the Christmas tree with all the gifts. It feels really Christmassy in the hotel room with his family. I like it. But I can see that some people say, it's a bit much. So for me, Home Alone 2, it may follow the same formula as the original one, but it definitely builds or at least expands on it with bigger setting, funnier traps, and still great characters and stunning Christmas atmosphere. It feels like a natural extension of the first movie and not just a copy, even though it is a copy in terms of the storyline. And for that, I think it stands at least on the same level and even slightly higher than the original one, depending on what you value more. Do you value the original one? Do you do you value originality, the coziness, the more grounded stuff in a movie, or do you value skill and, let's say, epicness and the whole Christmas vibe more? It really depends, and I think that's where you will decide whether you like Home Alone 1 or 2 more. For me, Home Alone 2 outshines the first one. But then again, that's just my take on the movie. I hope you enjoyed my review. Let me know what you think, and I'll talk to you next time. Bye bye.